Have you ever wondered why some people are so lazy? Do they choose to be that way, or is it just part of their nature? Well, let me tell you a story about a boy named John. John was known by everyone in his town as Lazy John. Now, John was so lazy that he could spend an entire day in the same clothes he woke up in, not because he didn't have others, but simply because changing seemed like too much work. One day, as he was lounging about, he noticed the apple tree in their yard was laden with ripe, juicy apples. His mouth watered at the sight of them. He wanted to eat those apples, but there was a problem. He had to climb the tree to get them. Now, for most people, this wouldn't be an issue. But remember, this is Lazy John we're talking about. Instead of climbing the tree, he decided to lay underneath it, hoping that the apples would fall off on their own. John lay there waiting and waiting. As time passed, his stomach began to grumble louder and louder. He was hungry, and those apples were just out of reach. But no matter how much he wished for it, the apples stayed firmly on their branches. John was starving, but the apples, they never fell. In the end, John learned a hard lesson that day. His laziness had gotten him nowhere. He was still hungry, and the apples were still on the tree. This story teaches us an important lesson. Laziness can get us nowhere. If we want something, we need to work hard for it. Just like John, if he had only taken the effort to climb the tree, he wouldn't have gone hungry. So the next time you feel like being lazy, remember the story of Lazy John. Remember that if you want something, you've got to work for it. Because in the end, the apples won't just fall from the tree.